Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the San Antonio Spurs have traded for Jalen McDaniels. They are also getting a second-round pick. Jalen McDaniels, who has played a couple preseason games with the Kings, played a couple preseason games against the Warriors, but has not played in the regular season with them. Was with Toronto last year, played 50 games, one start with Toronto, 11 minutes per game. He averaged 4 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, half a steal per game. Had a really good season in the 22-23 season, though. Averaged 11 points per game with 5 rebounds per game and 2 assists per game and 1.2 steals per game in Charlotte. Then got traded to Philadelphia as Philly decided to make a big move. And that wasn't great because he averaged 7 points per game in Philadelphia, shooting 40. Well, he shot good from the floor, 49% from the floor, 40% from three. So he wasn't terrible in Philadelphia, but not as good as he was in Charlotte. So his play did definitely go down, but his minutes went down as well, which took a hit to his scoring and his rebounding because his minutes went down almost 10 minutes per game. So I'll give him that, though. But it wasn't great in Toronto, though. That's why he got traded to Sacramento. There was a trade on June 27th between the Kings and the Raptors. Raptors sent Jalen McDaniels to Sacramento, and in return, Davion Mitchell, Sasha Venskov, and the 45th overall pick went to Toronto. And so far, that trade is looking pretty good for Toronto because now Davion Mitchell is going to be a nice asset for them this year. I think he's going to have a good year. Sasha Venskov was eventually released, but the 45th overall pick for the Raptors ended up being Jamal Shead from Houston, who I have had the privilege to watch a lot, being a Houston Cougars fan living in Houston. And so I know he's going to be a good player, and he's shown it in his first 3 preseason games. I know it's preseason, but in 3 preseason games so far, Jamal Shead, only averaging 17 minutes per game, has averaged 10 points per game, 4 assists per game, shooting well from the floor and from 3, and not to mention, he's also got 5 steals and his 3 first preseason games, and that's in only 52 minutes of play in the course of 3 games. So Jamal Shead looks good. I think Davion Mitchell is going to be pretty good for them. He was a nice asset for the Kings last year, but what was the point of the Kings making that trade, getting McDaniels for the 45th overall pick and Mitchell and Venskov, which doesn't look like a good trade for them? This was to open up a roster spot, number one, and clear cap space, and also to get under the luxury tax. The luxury tax. And that was a big reason why they made this trade. And I think this trade actually really helped with them signing DeMar DeRozan. So even if Jamal Shead turns into a good player, and Davion Mitchell maybe does some good things for Toronto, I think that the Kings probably not going to regret that trade, because that trade is probably a big reason why they were able to land DeMar DeRozan. But still, doesn't mean it looks like a good trade for Toronto, though, because they got Jamal Shead, they got Davion Mitchell. All they had to give up was Jalen McDaniels, who didn't play very good for them the season before. And after 3-4 months, he's not even with them anymore. Now, important part about this trade is San Antonio, like I mentioned, is trading for McDaniels in a second-round pick. They are waiving McDaniels, so McDaniels is going all over the place. He's going from Toronto to Sacramento to San Antonio, but he's not actually going to San Antonio because San Antonio is waiving Jalen McDaniels. He's going to be a free agent. We'll see if he ends up somewhere. I imagine he'll end up somewhere. Big question is when and where, and what kind of role he has on that team. But so basically, San Antonio trades for a second-round pick, then waives McDaniels. Looked like Sacramento really just wanted to get rid of McDaniels and open up another roster spot. Let me know your thoughts on the Kings making this trade with the San Antonio Spurs in the comment section, and peace out.